For our varying Exceptionalities group project, we decided to talk about teaching blind or visually impaired students. Blindness or impaired vision affects a large number of students and can negatively impact their learning and school experience if educators do not effectively accommodate to their needs. According to the CDC, in 2015, a total of 1.02 million people were blind, and approximately 3.22 million people in the United States had vision impairment. Vision disability is one of the top 10 disabilities among adults 18 years or older and one of the most prevalent disabling conditions among children. It can also affect many things outside of the classroom, including being an economic toll for millions of people, including significant suffering, disability, loss of productivity, and diminished quality of life. There are many different causes of blindness or impaired vision. The leading cause of blindness and low vision in the United States are primarily age-related eye diseases, such as muscular degeneration, cataracts, diabetic retinopathy, and glaucoma. Other causes include amblyopia, also referred to as lazy eye, is the most common vision impairment in children. It is the medical term used when the vision of the eyes is reduced because the eye and the brain are not working together. Strabismus involves an imbalance in the positioning of the two eyes and can cause the eyes to cross in or turn out. There are multiple other complications that arise during pregnancy from premature birth, family history, etc.
Some of the functionalities. How does blindness affect a student's ability to function? In infancy, the majority of learning in infants and young children is through vision. Vision is the primary sense upon which educational strategies are based, and the lack of vision significantly affects learning.
The majority of learning in infants and young children occurs through vision. Soon after the birth of an infant who is visually impaired, families may become aware that their child does not respond to them in the same ways as an infant who is sighted. In order to ensure a healthy bonding process and emotional growth, early intervention is essential for both the child and the family. Vision is the primary sense upon which most traditional education strategies are based. These strategies must be modified to reflect the child's visual, auditory, and tactile/vision capabilities. A child with a severe visual loss can directly experience only what is within arm's reach and can be safely touched, and in most cases, what can be heard. To ensure an appropriate education, families and staff with special training must work together to bring the world of experiences to the child in a meaningful manner. As the child grows, the absence or reduction of vision dramatically limits understanding of the world. No other sense can stimulate curiosity, combine information, or invite exploration in the same way or as efficiently and fully as vision. Students with visual impairments can and do succeed, but at different rates and often in different sequences. There must be significant intervention coordinated by an educational team to ensure that appropriate development does occur. Clearly, the lack of vision significantly affects learning. The unique educational needs created by a visual impairment may be summarized as follows. Vision loss can result in delayed concept development, which, without effective intervention, severely impacts the student's social, emotional, academic, and vocational development. Students with visual impairments often must learn through alternate mediums using their other senses. Students with visual impairments often require individualized instruction, since group instruction for learning specialized skills may not be provided in a meaningful manner. Students with visual impairments often need specialized skills as well as specialized books, material, and equipment for learning through alternate modes. Students with visual impairments are limited in acquiring information through incidental learning since they are often unaware of subtle activities in their environment. Curriculum areas that require unique strategies or adaptations for students with visual impairments include concept development, academic functioning, communication skills, sensory and motor skills, social emotional skills, orientation and mobility, daily living skills, career and vocational skills, and utilization of low vision. Because of this, as educators, we must be cognizant of our students' needs, work in teams to meet the needs of our students who have impaired vision, and modify our instruction and strategies to benefit and help our students.
Okay, how does blindness affect the student's ability to perform in school? Students may experience difficulty in perception and concept formation, so therefore they may need to obtain information through other means, such as auditory, tactile, or olfactory. Students may also experience a delay in physical and motor developments, so they may display poor posture or poor hand control. They might easily bump into furniture, equipment, or people. Students can experience problems in social and emotional developments. So they may fail to make eye contact, or they might use inappropriate facial expressions or body language. They could lack self-confidence and have feelings of insecurity or anxiety. And lastly, they could have problems in certain visual functions such as scanning, also being able to retrieve something that's been dropped, seeing the board and or other projected materials. So here are some tips and strategies for teachers. The first is always use names. So when you see a student, you can say, instead of saying hi, you can say, "Hi, Sarah, it's Miss Antonio," and then continue your conversation from there. Another tip is don't gesture, always verbalize. Gestures are not seen as well, so always verbalizing what you're talking about would be a better way to communicate to students.
Another very important strategy teachers can use is to modify their classroom environment, such as preferential seating, allowing students to sit at the front of the room to more easily see the board, eliminating clutter and background noise, and eliminating the glare from overhead lights.
Right. Okay. Also, you can avoid asking a student if they can see. Instead of saying, "Can you see this?" you can say, "Can you find this?" or "Can you describe this?" Whatever it is. Also, use big, bold colors and contrast for everything in the student's environment.
Teachers should also adjust the time requirements for assignments and tests. Giving students more time to finish the test is a huge help for them, since they might have to do the assignments in different ways. So giving more time on required assignments is very beneficial.
All right. Teachers need to examine their own beliefs. They need to be confident and professional and be leaders in the classroom and be the example of being an inclusive teacher for all students.
They can also collaborate with other teachers and the students' parents to ensure student success. And lastly, abbreviated homework assignments, similar to adjusting time requirements. Abbreviating homework assignments is a huge strategy that will help the students. They should still be offered the same opportunities to learn the same material, but eliminating some of those extra homework assignments can go a long ways in helping them save some time and still learn the material.
Awesome. So here are our references. Thank you so much for watching and listening to our presentation.